Mhm. Oh my god, oh my god. Daniel, what's up, man? Holy baby's beautiful. Thank you so much, Ruth. I appreciate it. Kristen, what's going on, girl? What's going on, Kristen? Bro, where are you, Maine? Maine? I'm in New York. I'm right here in my apartment. Hercules. Okay. What up, Cindy? Uh, I am in my apartment doing a live. Make sure to like this. Make sure to hit the thumbs up on it. Like it, share it, all the good stuff. So we can get some more people in here and have a good time, you know? Thank you for the like. Oh, that went up. Oh, we got 4 likes. Can we get a little bit more? Can we get a little bit more, please? I don't, you know what it is? I don't fully. Hello, young man. I miss you. Hercules, man. I know. I know. I made a TikTok about you, bro. About all my Gen Z coworkers. How's work? Hey, how's Mike? Hey, Bruno. You think you're gonna come back? Share my shit, bro. Make sure to share this. How is Foodie? What? Oh, Dolce Foodie, my wife. She's good. She's sleeping. My whole thing is like, listen, if I'm up and I'm willing to stay up and I'm still like I'm not sleepy at all, and she's tired, go to sleep, and vice versa. She does the same thing for me. Like, is this done? Okay, I'm making tea. I'm making tea at night because I'm an old man. Yeah, so she's sleeping right now. It's 9:49 at night right now here in Manhattan, New York City, and I am up. Because I wanted to do a live, and I wanted to watch The Penguin. That's on Max. If you guys haven't checked out The Penguin, it's a great show. Um, Making my little tea here, and I told wifey, go ahead and sleep till like, till you need to. I'm gonna go to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning, probably, or midnight, and then as long as I figure it's as long as she can get 3 to 4 hours of sleep, when she goes to sleep, then she can kind of take over a little bit. And usually, you know what it is. The past few days, Rolly has been sleeping at night perfectly, but we're on a schedule. So even if he is sleeping through the night, we have to wake him up every 2 hours to feed him because he has jaundice. So when the doctor told us that he had jaundice, within the 2 or 3 weeks of the day of his birth, it's crucial to make sure we feed him a lot. But everything's good. He's been eating every 2 hours a lot. His poop has changed, so it's not tar black like it was before. I know. I'm 44 and I'm learning all this already. And we gave him his first bath today. His color isn't all yellow looking like it was a week ago, and he just overall is a beautiful little baby boy now. Check it out. Oh no. Are you sure you want to say? Look at him. Look at him. There's the little baby boy. There's the little baby boy. He just sleeping. He just sleeping. Hey, everybody give him a like. Give him a thumbs up. Everybody give a big thumbs up for Rolly. He's just out, yo. So you're not supposed to have anything in his crib unless I'm awake and watching. So we have his little blanket here rolled up on both sides, so he can't he needs to lay it flat on his back, and then a couple passies, and then just his socks and good couple goals. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes. Um, I would say so. Not to brag, but yeah, I would say so. Couple goals, yeah. I mean, this is what I was going for as a goal when I was single. So I would say this is a good goal to have. As a couple. She's my soulmate. She's my best friend. Um, I've spoken on this many a times because I feel like people get to a certain age and they start, I don't know, getting anxious if they're ever going to meet their one. Just to give everybody a heads up, I met my wife when I was 35. So it's one of those things where um, I would say within those couple of years prior to meeting her, I definitely was going through some things in my life and worked on myself and um, trying to be a better person. And I really got to a point where I kind of just accepted who I was going to be by myself. And you have to love yourself to become a magnet of positive energy for, like, listen, you don't want to meet your one when they're like, needing to be saved, right? You want to meet your significant other when they're at their best. And I wasn't at my best. And I happened to just meet my wife when I finally felt like I was at my best. And I'm talking about just like health, my heart, mentally, my happiness, all that stuff. So, because I wasn't like that for so long. And when I went out of my way to stop certain things that I was doing and work on my health and work on my happiness and really just start loving myself, it shows. The world will see. As long as if you keep living your life a certain way and you're just sitting around, I can't find nobody, then it's like you got to change. Change happens when the pain of staying the same gets greater than the pain of change. That's one of my favorite quotes. So when that happened, I kind of just she just came out of nowhere, and I didn't have like a pros and cons list of like why like I should be with this person. When, if you know me from before, I'm not a marriage guy. I'm not a kid guy. I wasn't looking forward to any of that stuff. I didn't think that any of that stuff was gonna happen. And when it happened with her, it wasn't a thinking thing. I just knew I wanted to be with her. I knew I wanted to marry her. And then a few years later, we decided to have a kid. So, all right. One thing about you guys got to learn. One thing about these lives is I love them because it takes the pressure off of me having to think of what I got to talk about, because you guys will just ask me a simple thing and I will go on. I will just go off and on about some kind of rant. So let me look at the questions. Couple goals. When do I want to go to Europe? Well, the plan right now for Europe is, this is our apartment, and we just signed like a 2-year lease for this apartment. And this apartment is very important and very special to us because it's rent stabilized. What that means, and I know a lot of people know what that is, but there's also a lot of people that don't know what that is, because I didn't know what that was when I first moved up here from Nashville, Tennessee, and I didn't realize the privileged opportunity that I got from getting a rent stabilized apartment. Rent stabilization apartments basically means that your rent will not go up ever. It technically does, but it goes up by like 2 to 3% percentile. So every year my rent will go up 20-30 bucks. And this is a very spacious 1-bedroom apartment. And when I say spacious, I mean like it's small. It's small compared to like regular America like apartment. But compared to like regular apartments in New York City, particularly Manhattan, New York City, this apartment is actually huge compared to other people's apartments, and the price is crazy. So the square footage of this apartment compared to price, this apartment should be like $3,000 a month on an average. You might get lucky with like 26, 27, maybe 2,800 for this size apartment. I mean, my for example, my bedroom, my king size bed fits in that bedroom with the nightstands on each side, with our dresser at the end of the bed. I have a TV in there. I have like a chair with a fan, like my air conditioner, like things. A lot of stuff fits in that one bedroom with that king size, bed, and it's a perfect fit. And whenever I tell New Yorkers this, they like flip out So our rent is $1,700 a month. Um, I was paying more in Nashville. Most apartments down south, particularly Nashville, Atlanta, Birmingham, Alabama, um, are well over $2,000 a month for an average apartment, which are usually going to be like this size or bigger. So to have an apartment this size, which is bigger than most people's apartments in Manhattan, New York City, for $1,700 a month, and it's only going to go up 20, $30 a year forever, and it's in my name. I mean, we don't want to lose it. So right now the plan is to stay here a couple more years, and save up that money. And if we actually did find an opportunity to move to another apartment across the river, in Queens, overlooking the skyline, like a really bougie gentrification type of like brand new apartment, brand new stainless steel washer, dryer, brand new everything, just for a little bit more. We haven't decided if we're gonna take it. We're just looking, but again, if we do take that apartment, um, we would still keep this apartment under our name. We would just sublease it to somebody, and given the price, given the size, given the location, it's here in the city. I mean, somebody will pick it up like that. So, right now, the plan is to, more than likely, we're not going to move to Queens. So, the plan right now is just stay here, enjoy our maternity and paternity leave for the next 3 to 4 months, take care of the little baby, get him in daycare, um, and then keep working for the next year and a half or so, and then move to Finland. So that's really the plan right now. We're looking forward to Finland. Uh, I definitely need to switch up from this country, 100%. And come to find out, people in my profession get paid a little bit more than what I see. For example, I'm a butcher, and in this country, in the United States, butchers get paid the most in New York City. So I'm making the most I can make for the length of time I've been in this career. I make the most, um, and I make a good living. In Finland, there's a lack of this profession, and they need people in this profession. So over there, I would get paid significantly more. So I am looking forward to living in Finland and getting paid more. It's, let's just put it this way: the way the economy is over there, and the way I would be getting paid over there, um, it's I could literally, my wife could literally just be a stay-at-home mom while I, old school, where I'm just like one single income household. She's the mom at the house, cooking and cleaning, taking care of the kids, and I can take care of her. That's how, like, basically what the United States used to be in the 80s to like almost late 90s, the economy, is what Finland is right now. So I'm looking forward to it. You're an hour. I am an hour ahead from Texas. Let's see. For real. What's gonna be the first one? You know what's funny, man? The more I look into Finnish culture, um, there's a decent amount of like, there's Latinos in Finland, there's Asians in Finland. It's, I mean, it's still like, you walk around and you're still definitely like in white Finnish culture. Um, but the crazy thing about Finns, the funny thing about Europeans, they hate white Americans. But they love brown Americans from New York. They love it. I mean, when I was over there, when I wasn't speaking, all right, so like their Mexicans are either Asian or Turkish, right? And a lot of these Turkish people look very like I don't look Turkish, but I can if you're like a white Finnish person in Finland and you see me, there's a lot of like this going on. There's a lot of like, is that guy Turkish? But the second I start talking, they're like, American, American. Oh, Los Angeles, New York. Ah, like they just and then the second I tell them I'm Mexican American, of course they start being like, "Are you Mexican?" But and I was like, "I was born in Mexico. Then I moved to the United States." Oh, where'd you move? And then I don't want to give them the whole backstory of like, "Oh, I moved over here, then this," because I've lived in literally so many places, and we're talking about strangers. So I don't want to get into a big conversation about my whole life in the United States with a stranger. So I just say New York because that's where, like, they know, and they're just like, "Oh, New York. Oh, okay." And yeah, they love them some brown Americans from New York. They love them some. So it's it's gonna be fun. It's it's New York especially. What is I'm feeling good, yo. Thank you for asking. Listen, man, whenever people talk about like space with me and like it's so crowded, how you can how can you raise kids? Like it's so crazy to hear stuff like that because you know there's families here, right? You know, like people raise their kids here, right? Like it's I and especially in the neighborhood I'm in East Harlem, I am surrounded by families with kids. Like there's schools everywhere. There's parks everywhere. Like happy kids everywhere. And the first thing people think is like safety and danger and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, if you turn on the news, you're gonna see that shit. Like it's I don't you know what it's I've never in the 3 years I've been here, I've never seen any crimes happen around me. You know, knock on wood. Is it there? Sure. But it was there in Nashville. It was there in Birmingham, Alabama. It was in Atlanta. It was in Phoenix, Arizona. It was in Hartford, Connecticut. It was in Boston, Massachusetts. Like there's always crimes everywhere. I just haven't seen it. So let's just put it this way. My blonde, white, Finnish, pregnant wife would be on the subway at 11 o'clock at night coming back from work after closing, having a closing shift, or like going to work at 4 a.m. in the morning to open. Like it's some normal shit. You know why? Like she can do that because everybody else is doing that. Like, did you just picture in your head like a white Finnish blonde person who's pregnant on the subway by herself, like clutching her pearls? No, there's like a million people on that subway, and they're all old and young, and their moms and dads, and there's workers, and there's like handicapped people, and there's just it's just a normal. Are there weirdos every now and again, like in public? Of course, but you see that anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like people have lives here. So it's one of those things where like I would sit here and tell you guys it's dangerous to live here if I felt like that, or if I've seen actual proof of it. I just don't see it. And then even like it's funny because like if you look at the numbers, like New York is way safer than it was 20 years ago. So I don't know. My bet is in 2 years that the boy will be big and walking and be perfect time to move. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, listen, that boy would be happy here just as much as he would be happy in Finland. Yeah, I mean, subleasing is allowed because it's in our contract. Like, it's in our lease. Like, we've looked up all the paperwork. Like, we're not going to do the whole, like, just you can live here and not tell nobody. Like, our landlord is awesome. Like, the owner of the building, like, he's awesome. So, we've already, like, talked to him about it in the future, and we've already thought of, like, the person that we want to live here. So, there's no Popeyes in Finland, no. And there's a KFC, but the KFC in Finland actually tastes better than KFC here. Oh, I saw Sisu. That was pretty good. Shout out to Houston's in the building. Oh shit. Yo, can we get some more likes? We got like 40 people in here. Get some. Can we get these likes to go up? We got like 39 heads in here, and only. Give me a like, please. Give me. I'm over here. I've been to Stockholm and just says, yo, let me tell you. When I went to Finland, it was like literally And I've told my wife, I'm not like, and listen, I love my wife. I love her. I'm faithful till I die. But I told her this when we were in Finland for the first time. I said to her, yo, like, I've always had a preference of women all my life. If you put all my exes and hookups and friends with Benny's and like all, if you put all the women from my past before my wife all in the same room, they look significantly like they look the a lot of them look very similar. And my wife is like the very first like blonde haired white girl I've ever like, and I've never looked at her as like my wife is my preference, but I obviously she is because I married her. And I've just never been surrounded by other women that have characteristics like my wife, and I didn't think I would be and she's been here this whole time, so I've never like been. I'm not the type of obviously like I'm not oblivious to beautiful women, but I've never been like, oh damn, look at these hot chicks. Da, 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 da. I've never like in the time that I've been with my wife. So when I went to Finland, I like after day 2 or 3, I had to. We were in Turku. It's a like a cute little city outside of Helsinki. I looked at her and I was like, yo, can I just tell you, I feel like my preference in women currently in my life is you, because all these women here are gorgeous like my wife. They're like, they have the same characteristics. They're all blonde hair, green eyed, blue eyed, like, and every single like ice cream shop or restaurant or store that we go to, I'm like, listen, I'm not saying I'm a cheat, but there's a lot of like I get nervous. Like I got really there's a lot of beautiful women in Finland. And don't get me started on Swedish women, but like it was like it was a lot of really beautiful women. And on top of that, like, I'm brown, Mexican, American, you know what I'm saying? Looking the way I look. They're all interested talking to me. And I'm like, I don't know if it's an insecurity thing, but I have to like people um match no people what is it when you have to make people happy all the time? I'm a people pleaser, and when somebody's talking to me, it's like I feel like I need to make them laugh and be funny and be whatever. And then of course my wife's like, are you flirting? I'm like, I'm not flirting, but please get me away from these women. Who's that? um Let me see. What's up, man? I'm glad to see you doing well. Been watching your videos probably. Just saw that. Banana Man. Yes. I just saw that we've been Snapchat. I'm friends with a lot of people on Snapchat. And Snapchat sucks because I still to this day don't fully understand Snapchat. So when people hit me up on Snapchat, I don't know who they are. And my problem is when I engage with people, I engage with them like they're my best friend. Like I'll talk to you like you're the homie that I've known for years. And I'll have a genuine conversation with you about your life. I'll ask you questions. I'll be genuinely interested. And then we'll have like an awesome, genuine conversation. And then the second it's done, I'm like, I don't know who you are. And that's my problem, not yours. Like I suck at that because what happens is I'll have an awesome conversation with somebody, and then when we're done, I'll literally be like, "That was a really cool, like, that was a nice. That's a nice person," you know what I mean? And then I'll, have those type of conversations with multiple people, tons of people, and then weeks will go by, and that same person I had a genuine, I swear to you, I'm being honest, that same person I had a genuine, awesome, honest conversation with will just hit me up like they think I remember them. I want to. I swear to God, I want to remember, but I don't. And it sucks. I don't remember. Listen, in real life, I don't remember people. Like people, even like yo, I'm horrible at work. Like I'll have an awesome conversation about life with my customers. Like it'll start off with like I'm getting a mistake, and I'm, you know, advising them on the knowledge I have and really educating them on like certain stakes. And then we'll have a conversation about like their dead mother or like their kids or like their career path. And like I'll be really engaged and enjoying the conversation. And then a week later, I'll see them and be like, hey man, great talk last time. And that steak you told me to cook, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, all right, bud. I just don't. I suck at that. I suck at it. So I'm sure we've been, and thank you. You wish me luck in the fatherhood. I'll tell you, I won't forget his name. I will not forget his name. Look at that little one. Is he in the camera? Is he in the camera? Can y'all give him some likes? Give him some thumbs up, please. Y'all all like 50 people up in this room, and none of y'all giving likes for Rolly. It all goes to Rolly. Look at little Rolly. Can I have some likes, please? Thumbs up the video, please. Give him some thumbs up. Y'all wildin'. He got 40 people in here. Nobody's liking this stuff. Um, so he spoke Spanish while there, and they loved him. Oh, that's great. Okay, awesome. New York was amazing. Parks for kids. Yeah, New York's great, yo. Snow White. Snow White. That name looks familiar. New York is beautiful as a kid, I reckon, because it's such a diverse melting pot. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And here's the thing: like, some people don't want to raise kids in New York, pretty much because, from the outside looking in, yeah, like there's a lot more going on. So like, and it's natural to think I need to go somewhere where there's a lot less going on, so I don't have to worry as much. But what I try to, and a lot of actual native New Yorkers think like this, and I totally get the instinct of safety is to get away from this thing, right? But just remember that if you're taking your kids out of an environment that's like very diverse, tons of different kinds of people and tons of different kinds of culture and yada yada yada, and you take them out of there because your reasoning is I want a house with a yard because that's gonna make them better for some reason, like that's supposed to like they deserve a house and a yard. It's like, okay, I what you're also doing is that you're taking them out of a situation and putting them in a different kind of situation. So the danger that you think your child's gonna have by being raised in New York, sure, like you'll have a peace of mind because what you're doing is you're incorporating your dangerous situations from your childhood and thinking that that's going to happen to them, and it might because you were raised in New York, so now you think the things that happen to you in New York are going to happen to them, and that might. But here's the thing that you didn't experience when you left, when you didn't leave New York. You didn't experience being the only kind of you in your environment. You didn't experience racial profiling and prejudice and um, things like that. You know, so I've moved all around this whole country throughout my childhood and my adulthood, and I've lived in areas where I'm the only me. I'm the only kind of what I am, and being judged in a negative undertone or even like a positive undertone, like. And what I mean by that is being around people that you think are really nice and they like you, and they ask questions like, "So what are you again?" Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, really? You are? Oh, you know, I made chimichangas the other night, and they have no ill will, but they also don't know any better because they think that they're trying to connect with you by. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're taking them out of this city, but you're putting them in a very like New Yorkers love to move down south, and down south is red states, and red states are full of ignorant rednecks. So it's like it's a give and take. You're taking them out of what you think is like the hood and like a bad situation, um, and putting them in my opinion, a worse situation, a way worse situation, because you wanted to have a house and a yard, and it might have been worth it 20 years ago because the cost of living was worth it down south, but you know nowadays the cost of living down south is crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know. Sorry, you know what's going on right now? I'm getting so many questions, and I'm talking about so many different things that I'm not even catching up to. All right, I already found that. It's been forever since I seen you. It's been forever since I've seen you, baby. Congrats, frugal Nista. I feel like I've talked to this person before. Are you one of the Snapchat people? I don't know. Eric, what up, yo? Thank you for the congrats. Was it love at first sight for me, for like me and my wife, or me and my kid? And the answer is yes, yes. Congrats, Wav. Thank you. ¿Cómo se llama? Me llamo Roberto. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? I gave him a like. He's so sweet. Thank you so much. Yo, his hair is getting darker. It's like, but it looks very light brown right now. Let's see. You couldn't have said it better. You need to address your culture and stuff for raising children to grow up in. I mean, I'm saying Rolly has his Central Park is his backyard. You know, for Halloween, my favorite holiday is Halloween, and we could keep it easy and make him a pumpkin, but I don't know. Give me some ideas of what he should be for. I'm kind of thinking I want to dress him up as Kobe Bryant. No, I'm kidding. I just want to buy him a jersey. Okay, years ago, way back. Yo, for real? Okay, cool. Yo, frugal Nista. Follow me on TikTok. That's where most of my stuff goes on there. Like I go on here a lot, or at least I've been trying to go on here more, but I stay active like 100% on TikTok. So go and follow. Matter of fact, everybody up in here, go ahead and follow me on TikTok. That's where, if you really want to keep up with this pregnancy, newborn baby journey, go follow us on TikTok. That's where I mainly post all my stuff. So, oh, my baby's name. His name's Rolly. Well, his name is Roberto Oli, because my name's Roberto. My father's name is Roberto. So his name's going to be Roberto. And then his middle name is Oli, which is my wife's father's name, Oli Becca. It's a very Finland name. So Roberto Oli, and then we just put them together and we call him Rolly. So I was born and raised in the Bronx. After my mother and grandmother passed away, since I moved to Florida. I mean, here's the thing too. Like, you probably moved to Florida at a time when it was actually like worth going to Florida. And I would say prior to 2008, prior to the recession, moving down south was really, really worth it. You can move down south and have like a shit job somewhere at a grocery store and literally own a house. Legit. Like, it was very possible. And be okay and afford it was people's mentality of like back in the day was, yo, you rent? Why would you rent when you can when you can just own a house? Because typically owning a house, your mortgage would be less than rent. And nowadays it's just not feasible. It's not like that at all nowadays. I mean, obviously, if you go to certain parts of Florida, like the woods, like the swamplands, or if you go to certain parts of the sticks of Alabama or Georgia, Tennessee, out up in the mountains of Tennessee, things like that. If you go to like where there's nothing, of course you'll find like a house that is really affordable, but even then, you probably still need two incomes. It's just not. So my mentality is, if I can't, I don't want to live. I don't want to, like, if I'm gonna go live somewhere where I don't want to live, because nobody in their head is like, I can't wait to move down south. Like, nobody dreams about moving down south. You know what I mean? But if I'm like an adult and I need to live somewhere to really save a significant amount of money, then yeah, sure, I'll move down south and I'll go to a house in a shit neighborhood with nothing around. I'll do it. I'll take the L on that so I can save a significant amount of money. But it's not like that anymore. It's not. It's technically still lower than New York City. But if I'm gonna pay like, you know, $1,700 a month here, look up trying to find a house down south for significantly less than what I pay in my rent here. You'll find it. Like, I'm sure if I can get a house and my mortgage could be $1,000, I'm sure I can find it. But like, is that the price? Is that seven? So the difference would be $700 from my $1,700 a month or my $1,000 mortgage from like a nice little house in the middle of nowhere of Tennessee. That's the price. $700 is the difference between me living in the middle of nowhere with a house or me living in the greatest city in the world that makes me unbelievably happy, that fills my soul every day that I live here. It's just not worth it. Now, for example, let me give you another example. I was renting a house in Huntsville, Alabama. You've never heard of that city. That city is shit. It's small. It's in the middle of nowhere. I was renting a house in Huntsville, Alabama for $900 a month. That sounds like a good deal, right? That house was crazy small and had a lot of damages and needed a lot of work. So it was 2019, 2020 when I got the house. And I looked it up recently. It has almost tripled. It's like more than double. So that house, I'm paying less here in Manhattan, New York City, than that house in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. Alabama. So it's just one of those things where it's not even worth it. So let me just pay what I pay here. And then the next step, if I do decide to get a house, it's going to be not in this country. So. Oh, that'd be cute. Mama bear, Papa bear, and then the little baby. Oh, that's cute. I just saw your Princess Chicken video again. Dude, Princess Hot Chicken. Do you guys watch those two British guys that go around to, it's on TikTok mainly, that go around to different places in the United States and eat American food? They did Princess Hot Chicken. They went to Princess Hot Chicken recently and did a video. It was awesome. Yeah, it's not. And I'm not trying to judge nobody that has a house. If you're making it work and you're comfortable with that, that's fine. But I'm just not comfortable with it. I just talked about moving to Finland a little bit ago, probably like 20 minutes ago, and basically the plan is pretty much going to be us leaving in a couple of years, and then sublease. We're going to keep this apartment, and we're going to sublease it to people so we can always have an apartment here in New York City. So, oh my God, is it time to feed the baby? Damn, dude, in this country. Elaborate what, man? Like, I literally went on a whole rant about the economy in this country and like the way we can't afford housing anymore. Oh man. Is this little one waking up? Is this little one waking up? Oh my God, oh my God. Can everybody give me a thumbs up, please? Yo, you gotta cover up your face, bro. They wanna see ya. They wanna see ya. Oh, I think he pooping. I think he's wherever he is. She's sleeping, bro. Let her sleep. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am going to go and change him and feed him. And then I think I'm going to go and watch The Penguin because it's out right now on Max. Go check it out. Way better. Way better. Thank you so much, Snow White. Snow White, I know who you are, y'all. I just figured it out. But, love y'all. Have a good night. We'll see y'all later. And, yeah. I'll catch you on TikTok, all right? Because I always post on there. So, actually, you know what? All right, I'm coming. I'm going to go live on TikTok here in a little bit, okay? So we'll see you tonight on TikTok. Yes? Really looking like my brother. All right. Thank you, Cindy. See you later, guys. How do I end this?